it's expensive to be poor because you pay more for everything. We are in the business of helping individuals obtain and sustain safe, decent, affordable housing.
You shouldn't be spending more than 30% of your income for housing. And in fact, almost 50% of the people in Charlotte don't make enough money to meet that affordability threshold. So what does that mean? For a family that's paying 40%, 50%, in some cases maybe upwards of 75% of everything they're making for their housing, well, they've got to make some tough choices.
Affordable housing in Charlotte right now is tough to find. You're dealing with a lot of old property, and then you'll have an influx of people that are here now, and so affordable housing is not so affordable. The population that which we serve, really we're looking at the 50% or below area median income, and even in fact less than that, perhaps 30% or below. One person with perhaps 2 jobs at $7.25, they just want to be able to maintain the cost of living.
If you don't have housing, then it's very difficult for you to deal with anything else if you don't know where you're going to sleep tonight.
I got into the Air Force after high school because I really didn't know what I wanted to do. And college wasn't I felt college wasn't for me, even though I did good in school. I didn't want to go back to continue being in school, so the Air Force just seemed like the best thing for me to do. I actually got out, actually it's been some years I got out, and I could never, I guess I was having a hard time adjusting back into the world. It was just getting to the point in my life where I had lost everything, and I had became homeless, and I had went through that for 4 years.
On a yearly basis, we serve about 312 veterans. What we do is we help them identify housing that is affordable for them.
I actually had to give up my daughter for a couple months to my sister, and I just felt lost, and I didn't even know what to do. It was actually one of my former friends, Jocelyn. She had told me about Community Link, but I was I went everywhere to the VA center, all this, and nobody's really trying to help me. They're just gonna see me as another case or something. And that's when I met Alicia.
Tiffany came to me right when I began with Community Link, and she was at a loss. She was living in her car with her child. A lot of places were not accepting her because she had 0 income, and I was feeling the pain too, so we worked together. She did get denied, like I said, and we finally found someone willing to take her in immediately.
And she was telling us that she wanted us to come on, and I can't even explain how it felt to just be able to be stable again, and I could finally get my daughter back, and it's just They basically just saved our lives.
From going to a car with nothing, and now she has her own apartment.
I wouldn't be here without them. I wouldn't be here without Alicia, because everybody saw me as just another case. I could call Alicia at 2 o'clock in the morning and cry, and she will be there for me. It's just, I can't express the words. If you can get a person who's went to shelters and slept in their car and had to give up their child, and just haven't ate in weeks, and then it's just it's over. I feel it's finally over. And I'm just a priest. I'm just so happy, and God is good. God can do anything.
Going out in the community, finding housing for the homeless individuals and families that we service. So from there, building relationships with different property providers and landlords, where that's really how we get our customers into housing.
They're moving, trying to find affordable rent, and it's really not out there. We're in a point where we are focusing affordable housing in certain zip codes, and we really need more blended communities.
I got tired of moving every year. That comes, time consuming, as far as, money being, spent and, saved or whatever the case may be.
What we do is 2 different parts of home ownership services for the people that are looking to buy their first home or go from renting a home to purchasing. We help them with home buyer education services and also having a one-on-one counseling session with our certified housing counselors, so they're able to learn everything about the process.
They did examples as far as like how you pay your cell phone bill, how that would equal up to, a down payment on a house. And it made sense to me completely. So I was like, yeah, definitely I got to do that, And it seemed like, the way she instructed the class or whatever, it was stuff that I could relate to. So I was like, if other people can do it, why not try, to go ahead and, try to get my own house. And so that's what happened. It's totally different from renting. Everything, falls back on you, if you have your own house and your own property.
They are about to make one of the biggest investments that they will make in their lifetime. And what they don't understand, that the other people that are involved in the transaction are not bad people, but the motivation, their real motivation, is to get them to the closing table and get them to sign that stack of papers that are about that thick. And you're taking on an obligation for 30 years. And so you need to have the ability to handle that.
Eventually I know I probably was gonna be in the house, but it might be like way later. It wouldn't be as soon, so if something's there to, help you, whatever, and you see that you can do it, you might as well go ahead and try for it, and that's what I did.
We're looking at what can we do really to educate people and also to provide assistance so that they can keep housing, get into housing and maintain housing. And on the homeownership side, we don't want to produce home buyers, we want to produce homeowners.
Everyone deserves a roof over their head.
I haven't left this house at all. I only leave it to go to work. I don't even want to leave the house.
It's real gratifying when we can help people either keep their homes or get into housing.
Because it just feels so good. All of this just feels good. And I knew I wouldn't be here without Community Link. I wouldn't be here without them.
I feel like the whole process was worth it. Not gonna say that it didn't, get kind of rocky sometimes, but in the long run, it was worth it. I mean, if I had to do it all over again, I would, but it was worth it.
And it's like now I kind of do cry off of it because I think about it like beforehand I could never even cry. I couldn't cry, I couldn't have a breakdown because if I had a breakdown I wouldn't eat for that day or I couldn't make money or anyway. And now it's just like this is heaven. Like this is heaven. All of this is heaven.
Somebody is going to be moved by the work that we do, so that's rewarding.
My main focus was just getting a job and a house and getting my daughter back. And I've done all those things.